So
okay, so here we go. We're live. Okay, there's nobody there yet, so let's hold on. See if somebody tunes in.
You know they're going to be able to re-watch this.
yeah, they can rewatch this. They'll see how goofy we really are.
Yeah,
We're just sitting here waiting.
We're sitting here waiting for somebody to tune in. You know.
So
what if somebody didn't tune in?
if no one tunes in, we did this for nothing.
I know. Right.
So here's the deal, guys. You know we got the contest going on tonight.
Yeah.
Crazy thing. We had 25 first. Yeah, well, an extra contest.
Well, you're paying for it.
I only agreed to just the 3 giveaways.
Now, just pretend your budget can be hit one more time today. Yeah. Just once.
Yeah.
Just one more time.
I agreed to the pizza. That's what we're doing, right?
We are. We're doing pizza. We're doing a contest tonight. It's going to end here in about an hour, and we are going to draw a winner, and they're going to get a free Kicker Unmasked pizza meal. I say on Kicker, and I know you get all a little tighty-whitey because it's your budget.
Did I hear you say meal, though?
Yeah, meal. It's going to be a pizza.
Come on, man.
It's going to be whatever.
Pizza.
We talked about a pizza.
Yeah, well, I know, but listen, hold on.
You know.
I could give the farm away if you let me. Just let me.
I know.
Okay? So we're going to do a pizza. We're going to do whatever bread, everyone's got their breadsticks, whether it's, from Pizza Hut or Domino's. We're going to do some breadsticks with some dipping sauce.
Got to have the breadsticks.
And you got to wash it down. So we're going to throw in a 2-liter of your soda because we can't do the other
soda.
drink.
It's Coke here, but from where he's from, it's soda.
Well, actually, where I'm from, it's pop.
Okay. So,
but I've learned to call it soda.
Soda pop.
Yeah, soda.
Exactly.
Soda pop.
Exactly.
So we're going to give them a 2-liter of soda, and you got to have some sugar along with that because you haven't had enough. Yeah. So we're going to throw in whatever the dessert option is at that restaurant you like, whether it's brownies or cinnamon sticks or whatever you like. So it is a meal package that we are going to do a drawing for here in about an hour. There's about an hour, a little over an hour left on the contest, if I remember right. I think we're shutting it down at 4:00. So what I want to know is, what about pizza? What about toppings? I mean, we're going to let them get up to 7 toppings. So if this was your pizza, what are you getting?
You got hamburger. Meat. Every kind of meat they've got.
Well, a pizza.
You have pizza. You need pizza.
Pretty good.
Probably some olives.
Yeah.
Maybe
black or green.
Yeah.
No, I'm out on
no olives.
No olives.
See, I gotta have green olives. I can eat black olives on my pizza, but it's gotta be green for me. I prefer green.
I like onions on pizza. That's good.
Yeah.
No anchovies, please.
What's
Bart? Do you like? Come here, Bart. Come over here, buddy. Bart's over here antagonizing.
Got the guy in Product Planet over here.
Telling us about. Come on over here, Bart.
Come on in, Bart.
Bart's an anchovy eater.
So, hey, everyone, actually, we're having kind of a casual discussion here talking about pizza. And, of course, the real key to this is a reminder that you got about an hour to enter the contest.
This guy likes pineapples, man. Are you kidding me?
No, Hawaiian pizza.
Who wants
absolutely,
pineapples on a pizza?
You gotta have pineapples on a pizza.
You're a pineapple
on a pizza?
Pineapples.
Chicken.
Yep.
Chicken on a pizza?
Shredded chicken.
Pineapple, yes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Hey, there's Craner.
Hey, Mike, what's going on, man?
Tammy came by.
it's a drive-by Kicker employee. So we have this extra contest going on tonight, guys, where we are literally going to give a lucky winner. 25 Hertz to life. I'm having fun calling him out all the time.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at driving the ship home, so we're driving it home with him tonight. But he said, give everybody pizza. Well, we can't do that. But we are seriously drawing here.
David's asking how to enter the contest. You have the link there?
There's a link scrolling. David, hopefully you can see it. If not, chime back up. There's a link scrolling at the bottom there, and it's kicker.fun / it couldn't be less friendly, but this is what Bill gave me. 3S, capital Z4, AQY.
You can actually type it in if you wanted to real quick in the comment.
You want me to be lazy. You want me to make
I know that's typically Bill Frog's job, but dang it, Kip.
Man, I tell you what. The people I work with. So keep talking about pizza. What else we got?
Hey, if I get to put 7 toppings, I'm a Supreme guy minus olives. I'm all about some Supreme.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, fresh tomatoes.
Yeah,
those
sure.
Mushrooms.
Yep.
So here's the question.
I like jalapenos as
do you
well
like
on
the
there.
New York pizza or
classic.
Chicago pizza? Do you like thin crust or do you like thick crust?
I like thick crust.
Do you?
I mean,
Also, you can do it with Alfredo sauce as opposed to marinara sauce.
Hey, Master, what's going on, brother?
That's true. It's true.
pretty good every once in a while.
So we literally, we had lunch a little bit ago, and then we just got out of a Zoom meeting because, this is the day. We are actually in a Zoom meeting with this knucklehead.
Yeah, and then he comes busting
and then
in
he
on
comes
this
busting
deal.
in like, I'm a big deal. So what you guys doing? We want to join you. And so, he wanted to sit over in the corner and make fun of us, and that's no. I said,
No
if you're
way,
gonna have
man.
fun, you got to come on and get on camera
Yeah,
because
you
there's not
gotta
gonna be any
come on.
behind the scenes fun. That's just not allowed. So seriously, this is kind of a reminder for everyone who's tuning in. We are having the pizza giveaway tonight, and it's going to be fun. If you haven't entered, do that. We're going to close that contest down here in an hour. We'll have the winner's information. We'll reach out to you. And whatever local chain is good for you, whether it's Pizza Hut, Domino's, whatever you like, as long as it's a local national chain that you can get in touch with, we're going to place the order and take care of the cost. And we're going to get you that extra large or large pizza up to 7 toppings.
Yep.
Chicken bacon ranch pizza.
That sounds pretty
If
good.
that's what you like.
I'll eat it.
And then, we circumvented tidy whitey over here. So you're not just getting the pizza, you're getting the breadsticks, you're getting
Get
the
a whole
2 liter
meal.
of soda.
I agreed on a pizza. Get them a whole meal.
A pizza.
They're gonna
You gotta have the whole
I-
meal.
You gotta have the
I
whole deal.
agree.
You know what's gonna
orders
happen
just the
here?
pizza?
I
You
agree.
know what we've done? We've effectively ruined our dinner tonight because he's going to be tight about it, and now we're going to have to eat like salad or something.
Yeah, probably. We had salad for lunch. I'm not eating salad again.
Okay,
Swear.
he'll get you some Slim Flash shakes.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll tell you what, if Jeremy had his way, he'd walk down to the gas station, get a pack of Slim Jims and a Coke and throw it at us, and that'd be
Be
it.
happy you got them.
But
Hey, at least it's not a bean burrito from the.
Oh, then we wouldn't make the whole show. That'll
Kill
never work.
everybody.
That'd kill everybody.
so if you haven't entered the contest, please go hit that link. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I did post it in the comments section there for you guys. Enter that. It's going to be fun. Someone's going to get a free kicker meal on us tonight. People are in here to talk about Let's Talk Subs. There's all sorts of stuff. If anyone does have a question, throw it up there. We'll take it real quick.
Are we talking
Yeah.
sub?
We'll make
sub
Bart
sandwiches?
answer it.
Yeah, Bart.
Subway sandwiches, sub sandwiches.
By the way, Bart here has been around this for a while. This guy right here, there's a certain company out there that back in the 80s that did this training internally. That guy wrote the training, okay? So I'm just telling you,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If we're going to go down this path, since it's kind of off the book stuff,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what. I've actually known Bart for probably the better part of 35 years.
Yeah, since 1990.
Long time.
Yeah, 93, 92.
And there are 2 stories I could share about Bart.
I don't think they're
them
ready for prime time.
one of them involves my hotel room, and we'll save that one for later. You can
Oh,
just let your
shit.
imagination go wild with that
Seriously?
one.
Oh, man.
No, it's a good
That was
story.
ugly.
It's
That
a
was
good
very
story.
ugly.
But the other one was when I met Bart. Was he worked for another manufacturer back in the day, and I can say that was Precision Power.
Yeah, it's PPM.
It was PPI. And back in that time frame, I had actually just gone to work for a rep firm. And Bart, we went out there as a rep firm. It was a training they were doing for all that. And I actually got to see Bart, and this would be 30-ish years ago, when he actually had energy, because he doesn't have a lick of it today. He actually jumped up on top of a table and started dancing and screaming and shouting and doing whatever he could to get people's attention. I mean, you're a wild man. You were. No, seriously, you were a wild man.
That was
was
in
like-
the amphitheater at the Phoenix Airport Hilton.
It's like that when I met him, too. I met you about 22, 23 years ago.
You
so-
know, think about when you were in school. What were your favorite teachers? The ones that gave you energy, that energized you, that participated with you,
It's
instead
true.
of somebody standing in front of the room giving a dissertation that
That's
you're
right.
sitting there in the back of the room sleeping or trading punches with the person next to you or whatever.
Yeah,
But
I
so
agree.
that's, I just took that to heart, and some of my favorite teachers, Mr. Sullivan and Dr. Kimray, they were very lively teachers and kept us engaged.
It's true. Now, with all seriousness, Bart's one of the best trainers in the industry. He spent a lot of time.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's our product planning VP or director or
Senior Director of Product Strategy.
yeah. But in Bart's mind, he owns the whole thing, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. He liked it so much he bought the company, and we just
It
worked
takes
for
a
him.
whole team of people that we work together to make that happen.
Remember, you saw him say that because once he's off camera, everything he just said is null and void. Trust me, it doesn't. It's. But real quick, since you are director of product planning, this is a good. I'm gonna and I'm gonna show you the right answer. So work with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biggie
Leading
2316. Is there going to be a new amp when the Solec drops that will pair with it? And so Biggie 2316. Here's the right answer to your question. We probably wouldn't come out with a big sub without a big amp.
With that, you just get the Bart grin. Yeah.
There's that. What's the most common cause? Oh, Bart, this is good. Let's take this one. What's the most common cause for losing voltage from the batteries to the amplifiers? Well, if your amplifier's operating, it's sucking voltage and current from your battery. You have to make sure the battery is getting recharged from your alternator.
Yeah.
What you have to remember is your battery is just a storage tank. If you can think of the battery as like a 5-gallon bucket of water, all you can put in that 5-gallon bucket of water is 5 gallons of water. Now, if you've got an amplifier that's pulling out a gallon of water a minute, and you have an alternator that's putting a gallon of water back in, your bucket stays full and your amplifier is happy. But if your amplifier is drawing 2 or 3 gallons of water a minute, and your alternator or your charging system can still only provide that 1 gallon of water, eventually the bucket's empty. And that's what happens to your batteries. So the most common cause for losing voltage, I mean, in normal operation is your alternator is not sized properly. Batteries are just reserved. Keep that in mind. Batteries don't make power. Batteries store power. Now, if you're having voltage drop problems between the battery and the amplifier, if you're not getting a consistent, 13 volt-ish range to your amplifier, you need to check everything. That could be the gauge of your wire. It could be all your connections aren't tight and secure.
It's the connection.
Ground. It could be all those things. And
It's
Ernie's
Ohm's law.
he's being a mic whisperer over here, Mike.
It's the connection, man.
Hey, well, there is another plausible thing that I'm the weirdo on this one, and I've proven it time and time again, but people still argue with me on it, and that's okay because this is my opinion, and this is what I do. Think about what the car is made of, and how clean your superhighway of current is. And if it's going through the body and chassis of the car, that's not the greatest.
That's no super highway.
That's no superhighway of current.
Well, current modern cars aren't.
Right. That's true. A 1976 Catalina, though.
A 76 Catalina, bolt to that frame, and you are golden.
Yeah, but the frame is steel, and if steel was such a great conductor of electricity, guess what? Our power lines throughout the world.
Yeah, but there's so much of it there.
There's
Yeah.
so much of it, but you're still going through spot welds and everything.
I know where you're
Not
headed,
a
Bart.
76
Just tell them where you're
Catalina,
heading
not.
here.
Okay, so you start with your alternator. You look at the way your alternator is grounded to your car, and it's grounded to the engine block because that's what it's bolted to. But guess what? What's the engine bolted to the car on? Urethane bushings.
I have a 64 Catalina.
Hey, there you go.
Hey.
There you go.
Hey, if you're looking at a modern car without trying to let Bart be all, I know everything and you guys know nothing.
Hey, you asked the question.
Who invited this guy?
Who?
So, in
Power
reality,
and ground, front to rear.
power and
Yeah.
ground, and seriously, in modern vehicles, probably and it's gotten worse. I would say if you look at the last 20 years is when it kind of started. But spot welds, unibody vehicles, no real frames, and especially today where they're doing a lot of aluminum. Aluminum is not a great conductor. You're always going to be better off to do a solid connection of your power and your ground directly to the battery. That is a true case.
Yeah,
Unless
if
you
you
got
have-
a 64 Catalina. I'm with him. I'm a bolted
Yeah, but
steel.
if you have a one-odd line going, B+ line going from your battery to your amplifier, have a one-odd negative line zip tied together, because then it kills the noise generated by that line all the way back to the battery. And oh, by the way, go from the battery to the alternator with both power and ground upgrade.
It sure ain't gonna hurt, is it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know what we got to do here. This guy's asking about. We
Hey,
are
Tim,
doing RTA. We're
The
going to do
normal
the
show tonight, Tim, at 7:30, Unmasked Live tonight. That will be the RTA stream. We'll be going over that. Matter of fact, if you peek over Ernie's head, you can actually see we've got the table set up. We've got all the stuff we're going to use to get that show going on tonight. So we're actually setting that up. That is going on tonight. So don't worry about that. I'm going to answer. This is another good one. This one's actually been asked before. I'm going to bring it up. Why can't I get LED grills for my Marine 6-inch speakers? The new LED speaker kit comes with both gray and white covers, but the kicker site doesn't offer them separately. Well, it's because the LEDs are actually built into the speaker itself. They're not built into the grill. That's why you can get a gray grill or you can get a white grill. That grill just goes over the speaker system that already has the LEDs built into it. So you can't. We don't have a grill with LEDs built into it that goes over the speaker. The LEDs are integrated into the speaker. So that's why.
We do have the LED ring,
We have the rings, but
6.5.
right. So we do have rings. I mean, if you want to do a ring, we do a 6.5, an 8, a 10, and a 12
That's correct.
in the LED rings. And those actually go beneath the speaker, between the speaker and the mounting surface. So you get that glow around the speaker. Those are an option you could add. But as far as getting them on the grill, it's because we integrate the LEDs into the speaker. And that's why, one of the reasons why, is so you can do both colors of grills. We don't have to worry about having a connection system and different things there. It's just a much cleaner way to do it. So we just don't offer it as an option. And that's why. So good question there. Hopefully that answers that question for you. Scroll down a little bit. bring back the Solo Classic. We see that a lot.
I know.
I mean,
we do.
That is huge.
This guy's asking a question about from the alternator to your back battery lithium. Anytime you have batteries, you need to make sure they're fused right at the battery, no matter where they are located. If not, you're going to have a serious problem. Anytime you have a battery, fuse right at that battery. Always.
Here's the thing, guys, and I know, and it is kind of funny. I'm sure there's someone out there who belongs to Team No Fuse, but it's kind of my name for it. Is there's a lot of people out there that belong to Team No Fuse. They think that the fuse should either be the wire itself or the circuit board of the amplifier. And I'm just being honest with you. Whether you're doing it to save cost, whether you're doing it because you're saving the parts, whatever your issue may be, understand at the end of the day, that fuse is nothing but a safety device to prevent you from burning down your car.
That's right.
That's really just the truth in a nutshell.
I've seen them burn.
I've seen many. I mean, we've
I've
had
been
some
there.
of ours.
Let's go back. Yeah,
we had an installer one time. He was part of Team No Fuse.
He was. And
Hey, you were the one got stuck
I
fixing
was
it.
the poor rep that was out in there. Yeah, that's a whole
nother story.
Oh my gosh.
But at the end of the day, there are quality fuses out there that you don't have to worry about current voltage drop over them. They will give you all the power you're looking for.
Team No Brain.
Team No Brain.
Oh my gosh.
Jesse, you're the winner of best comment for the afternoon.
That's right. That's right.
That's why Bart's here, because he thinks the three of us after the meeting are part of Team No Brain.
Yeah. Well, he knows us, and that's really the
putting
problem.
Words in my mouth. It's true, but anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You see how he does us? We sit behind there. We make this guy look good, and we take this all day. Backs up, doesn't put the backup beeper on, and just rolls over us. I mean,
jeez. Promo 130. We put into every owner's manual that the ground wire should be as short as possible. There's Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff's voltage law, and basically what it states is everything goes into has to come out and return. So if you got 30 amps going into an amplifier, those 30 amps have to return to ground. If you got 14 volts going into an amplifier, 14 volts have to go back and return to the ground or the source. Keeping all the wiring as short as possible ensures the least amount of voltage and current loss to your amplifier. And we have a cool display. I don't think we'll do it on tonight's show. We might hit up for another one that shows the reality of what happens when you go through wire that's not properly sized or the proper material. And that voltage drop is real, and voltage drop does affect the amount of power you get out of your amplifier. Now, back in the old days, cars did have a lot more steel and things in them. A lot of times people would go down and they would, a real common place in my day was right down to the seatbelt bolt. I mean, I did that a lot back in the day. Everyone bolts down to seatbelt bolts or things like that.
There's goo on them.
There is, but you clean it off and grind it. Dude, trust me.
Yeah. I did it too. I know that's why I know there's goo
Underneath
there.
the seats,
Yeah.
wherever you're looking for a solid ground. In most cases, if you've got a good solid steel car, in spite of what Bart wants to go down the path, which is true, a good short ground to steel, as long as there's a good short ground from the battery and the alternator to steel, is going to work well.
And it depends on the size of the system. If you're talking, just 100 watts of channel amplifier, that's all you got.
10,000 watts changes the game.
But yeah, if you're putting multiple amplifiers in there, then you've got some work to do on the electrical.
True.
I see another good one that's really geared to you older guys. It's looks like Tim Smith. Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
Asking for a friend.
Well, I'm gonna tell
Where
you
is
what.
Smith? Anyway, so Smith's our camera guy,
And
he's now badgering us. Now he should be in here with us. We didn't invite him.
I think if
Poor
I mean
guy.
anyone here who's owned a good set of Klein crimpers knows if you don't put your name on them and use them, somebody's going to take them from them and you're going to lose them.
Yeah.
So that is a true statement. But I will say this: the one tool that doesn't qualify for that statement is the 10 millimeter socket, because if you lose that, it's immediately gone.
They are. There's
They
some
never
special
come back.
place for those. There's special place.
There's a special place in Hades for all those 10 millimeters because that's where they go and hide.
No, they're stuck to the back of the speaker.
They are. That's exactly right.
Here, this is a good one. This is just a man I shout out. Matthew Lanani. Yo, Kip and company, y'all rock. Happy Wednesday from New Zealand. Hey, Matthew, thank you for that shout out. Thanks for tuning in from New Zealand.
All right, that's a big jump, man.
This was kind
That's
of
the longest jump we've ever made, I think.
If there was ever a thing that was going to be like kicker after hours, this is it, but we're actually doing it after lunch.
That's true. Kicker after lunch. Hey, Kip, we do have work to do.
This is work.
No,
Right.
This is actually fun.
Yeah, we do have fun doing this, guys. We do.
What, Bobby Hobbs, whatever happened to the kicker Warhorse? Basically, Bobby, it lived its life and it was pulled off the shelf and became end of life. I mean, no matter how good a product is, eventually the technology in it kind of gets shelved. We move on to other things. Probably, honestly, and maybe Bart will chime in on this, what probably really made the Warhorse have a shorter life than a lot of products is the technology that went into the Warhorse was very, very expensive, especially the special toroid transformers that were in the power supply. They were very expensive to make. And when we did the original Warhorse, it came out as a 10,000 watt amplifier. And the way that amplifier, and I'll say this even by today's standards, back me up if I'm wrong, Bart, but even by today's standards, there's no amplifier out there today from anyone that is as efficient as turning current and voltage into a signal to an amplifier as the original Warhorse. Nothing.
There was no output stage. It was pure supply.
Planar transformers. That's what. Yeah.
But Bobby, just so you know, we didn't just kill it. We didn't turn it into glue. We did allow it to go out to pasture.
That's right. That's right. Hey, and you know what? Now that you're talking about, they bring up the Warhorse. So it just so happens that was probably the first animation we put out on the web, and we farmed that out.
That would be.
You know what we could do? We could give a T-shirt away for the guy that figures out how many horse whinnies goes on in that video.
Okay, this is this is pulling it
how
out
many
of
whinnies are in the
area.
How many whinnies are in the Warhorse video? If you can track it down on YouTube.
If you can find the original Warhorse video, Ernie wants to know how many whinnies are in it. Send that answer to social@kicker.com and we'll pick a winner and you'll get a T-shirt. That's on you, brother.
I'll get on him.
But really, it's just the technology was very expensive. And in spite of everything about it, one of the unique things about the Warhorse design and the way it was built is literally you had to use a dual voice coil speaker with a Warhorse because coil 1 was wired to output 1 of the amplifier and coil 2 was wired to output 2. And when you think of a dual voice coil subwoofer, it's 2 coils wrapped together. But what would happen is coil 1 would push the speaker up and bring it back to rest. And then coil 2 would take over and it would drive the speaker backwards and bring it up to rest. And you want to talk about installers having a brain fart trying to figure out how to wire up multiple woofers, multiple coils into different impedances, and understanding that even though this has 2 outputs, it's not left and right, and it's not dual monoblock. It's actually, this is the positive swing, this is the negative swing, and man, people just lost their minds. They couldn't understand it.
That thing would kill you. There was actually a warning on the speaker output.
That's why we used Anderson connectors.
Yeah, because it would kill you.
We used Anderson connectors because that voltage and that current,
it'd kill you.
If you had an open spot on your skin or something and you arced across, it could stop your heart. So that's why the Warhorse, probably the other thing that didn't help us is the design didn't scale down because a lot of us in sales and marketing, and at that time Bart was in sales, and a lot of us in sales and marketing were excited about Warhorse tech because all of us were thinking, well, if the 10,000 Warhorse is this and does that, I'm looking forward to the 1,000 or the 1,500 or the 2,000 watt amp that's like this and does that. And Warhorse tech, it just didn't scale like that. So it had a great life. It is an extremely efficient design. Even by today's standards, there's nothing that beats it on efficiency. So I don't know that we'll ever bring it back because for as many pros as it had some cons, especially on the wiring side. And we're approaching in our KX amplifiers on Class D. I mean, we're in the 93 to 95% efficiency on Class D.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We're getting pretty close.
We've got some tricks up our sleeves coming down the road. So.
We do have some tricks.
You know, we should bring Bart on the show one of these days. It'd be fun. We could talk about
we are going to have Bart on the show.
We might want to bring Kevin at the same time. You know, Kevin and Bart. If we got them both on the same time, we could really go to
somebody that we've known each other for a long time.
I know.
Kevin and I have been working together since 1988.
I know.
Bobby's got a brand new Warhorse in the box.
There you go.
Rock on, Bobby.
Good call, Bobby. It's a classic amp, and it is efficient. Kicker employees with pacemaker.
We're getting old enough to have them. Kicker employees with pacemakers.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you know what? The good news is we may be old guys from car audio, but we're not in the pacemaker club yet. So we're safe.
Yeah. Jason Owens.
Jason, shouldn't you guys be working?
So Jason's just down the street.
He is.
He's down here working doing audio. Is it audio forms now? What's it called down there? Q forms.
Well, I got a question. What time is it?
It's quarter after 7.
You know what? It's time for them to get the pizza stuff going quickly because it's.
Well, I'm just wondering if Jason has got a 9 to 5, shouldn't he be working too?
I know that's right too. And he's watching us.
Jason, you should be
watching us. Yeah, Jason.
Yeah, we should be working. We call this work. Fortunately, we can call it work.
Jason's a good guy. He's one of our SQ guys. He's all right.
Bobby, the new KX amps, they are awesome. I'm just going to address this one head on, especially since I got the product guy standing right behind me here. KX, fantastic amp. Hard to get a hold of. You're not going to get them straight from us anymore. That amplifier, besides being out of stock due to all of the other issues that 2019 brought along for the ride, that amplifier actually, and it was already scheduled to be end of life 2019, and we have a new amplifier that's going to be replacing that this year. It should have been available at the first of the year, but as everyone knows what 2019 brought and all the problems, it's just delayed. When we get a little further down the highway, we'll actually do a pre-release party and talk about those amplifiers right here on, and that might be a good time to get Bart on board.
Actually, it was originally designed to go end of life at the end of this year. So because of what happened, it got preempted and everything tried to escalate, but the development of its replacement was still on track. It's just, and it's had a few delays, but.
I mean, to give you guys an idea, if you're looking for something fun, and I invite you to do this, when we get done with this feed, go to Google and just type in the word APUS, A-P-U-S, space, and then the word one, O-N-E. And what it's going to bring up is a great big picture of a ship, a container ship, and it's going to look like Godzilla and King Kong tap danced on it, because that's kind of what it looks like. And what happened is that ship was coming over from Asia and ran into heavy seas, and that they know of, and there's probably more, they just can't confirm it. At least 2,000 containers went overboard into the drink. So the Little Mermaid and her family have got the most well-stocked under the ocean audio store ever, because we're probably not the only manufacturer that probably lost some stuff over that ship. Yeah. As far as I know, we're still trying to figure out if we did lose something.
We're still working on that, but that's the fourth one in the last 6 months.
Correct. That's the fourth ship. And part of that is what we're hearing is, if you go on the internet and read, is the container companies, the shipping companies, they're basically overloading the ships to try to get as much stock over the water at one time as they can. And if that ship runs into heavy seas or a storm, it's not pretty.
It's no bueno.
No, it's bad. So glad that you love the new KX amps. We love them too.
Yeah, thank you, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it. New York or Chicago pizza?
Well, if you go with New York, you're gonna not to eat so much crust, but I like them both. I won't lie, man.
I do too. I mean,
it is Q Logic these days. Yeah, he's down there. He's down there pulling forms. Jason, you have to come down here and
well, he says I'm working. Kinda.
He's gonna have to come down here and eat dinner with us one of these days. He's just down the road, man.
Right here, this looks good. I got to bring this up. We need a Kicker Solo X and a home theater enclosure, similar to Jail Audio's Gotham series with the W7. My money is on Kicker. You know what, Aaron? I don't know if this guy or the guy in charge of him can be convinced to do a home subwoofer, but let me tell you a real quick story. I've been at Kicker, directly here at Kicker, for 25 years. Prior to that, I was a rep for a little over 2 years. And then prior to that, the last retail store that I actually ran and operated, I was a Kicker dealer for 6-7 years. So that gives you an idea of how long I've been associated with the Kicker brand. I've been asking for a powered Kicker home subwoofer since I was a retailer.
Long time. Yeah. Hint, hint.
Hey, I built my own powered Kicker subwoofer for home.
But if you pay attention, what I'm actually waiting on, whether it happens or not, you say that is, you bring up Solo X. If you've been paying attention to the show, the new driver coming that we've released is called the L7X. And it's going to be part of and here's my patented wink, the Solo X family. Yeah. So keep that in mind. But what I'm waiting for, I want a couple of L7X15s in my home theater, because when it comes to power, I got all the power I need on tap with Pro Sound amplifiers. I'm going to make it happen. That's what I want too. So I'm with you on that. But it can be done. Even if you have to do it yourself, we'll get the drivers out here.
Don't we have work to do? We get this guy on camera and he's camera ham.
Yeah, I've got work to do too.
We got to go. We got to go.
One more.
We got
30 seconds. Cry up
30
there. Somebody's crying. You see them? They're actually
seconds.
crying.
30 seconds. You're right, Bunker. Home subs do typically have a lower FS, and even though the one JL uses, it looks like a W7, it's actually tuned lower. But you can make a Kicker home sub work. I've done it. I mean, I have a ported enclosure for a L710 that I use. It's in a storage right now, but in my house I had it set up. I am on Team Twisted Tea. And matter of fact, that guy grabbing that can and giving that other guy a complete knock across the jaw, It was the best marketing twisted tea could have asked for, because on the way home from work, I literally stopped at Walmart Market.
Have you
I
seen
picked up
that?
a 24 pack and took it home.
Look
Smells
at
pretty
Twisted
good.
Tea. Look at it. The guy, you'll watch it over and over again. It's fantastic.
Hey, wait, Bart. I hope Kicker makes an L7X8. Stay tuned. Bring back the sidekicks. So when will this is going to be the last question, guys, and we're going to call it a night because we got to get ready for the show tonight. When will the L Solo be out? In all honesty, maybe Bart will disagree with me. He may have more current information, but our target is third quarter. So that could be June, July, August. Yeah, I know. That's where I'm.
Try October, November, December.
Yeah.
All right. So he's saying October, November, December.
If it's sooner, it's a happy surprise.
Yeah. We are trying to get that driver out the door as quick as we can. Trust me, we're as a group as excited about getting that out as you are about seeing it, because there's a lot of us here that we love that. L7, here it comes. Oh, I got to bring this up. L7 6.5.
Good grief.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
Said the last one.
It's the last one.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. We're done.
You guys come watch the show tonight because it's going to be a darn good show.
So, guys, that's good.
Somebody's going to get that. Going to get the T-shirt too.
Go get the T-shirt. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. This was just supposed to be a quick shout out to remind you about the pizza contest. Be sure if you haven't entered that, hit the link at the bottom, get signed in for that. We're going to close that down here in probably about the next half hour-ish. Then we're going to pull that winner and get that going. Another cool thing for tonight's show, if any of you tuned in right now, obviously we had New Zealand, understand we would love to open our contest we do on Unmasked Live up to the entire world, but there are just realities that don't let that work for us. So we are in process of trying to figure out how we can make those things work, because there's all sorts of things that tie into that. The shipping, the tariffs, the taxes. I mean, it's entirely possible you could win a free T-shirt. By the time it's all said and done, you get a bill for $150 for your free T-shirt.
Yep.
And that doesn't make anybody any happy, or does it help?
But I think we're going to have some exciting news tonight, though.
We're going to have some exciting news tonight, because we are bringing a partner on board, a country on board, who's going to be able to join in the drawing tonight at Kicker Unmasked. So we'll announce that at the first part of the show. So we look forward to seeing you then. Until then, as always, I'm Kip. We got Ernie over here. We got our good man Jeremy back here, and Bart for joining us this afternoon. We have fun doing this, guys. Look forward to tonight's show. Peace. Enjoy the pizza winner. We're out.
In the broadcast, Kipper, just end it right there.